I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
if Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
We have a doozy for you today. We are talking Captain Marvel, the first trailer that has finally been released, and the latest on Venom.
Kind of a Marvel exclusive episode. We're going to talk about the Captain Marvel trailer, that teaser really more than anything, that dropped today, September 18th. I believe it dropped today, or maybe it did drop yesterday. I don't fucking know. It was being talked about today for the most part. Wow. I mean, I get it's a teaser. It's a first teaser. This movie comes out in March. You know, I never cared about the Ant-Man and Wasp trailer. I was like, I look at it, I'm like, whatever, Ant-Man and Wasp. But then I looked at this one and I was like listening to the dialogue and the narration, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this looks terrible. She sounds bored saying this narration. Like, she just sounds bored. Like, everybody sounds so somber, so quiet, and like it just sounds boring. And like, oh, they got to stick in the blockbuster video for that nostalgia feels, right? You know, she falls into it. She can't, apparently she's got amnesia. She can't remember that she came from Earth or not. And it just, the story sounds really boring. Really, really boring. The only thing that is in the back of my mind that could possibly elevate this movie up into what I hope it can be is the Skrulls and the Kree. I don't know a lot about them. What?
I'm laughing because I was like, the nostalgia. Shit, give me some more blockbuster video and I'm solid. Maybe throw in some real Slim Shady and some NSYNC and we're good.
Somebody like did some major sleuthing, and I saw somebody say like the fact that she landed in a blockbuster video, and it says video, they removed video from their signs in 1994. So the movie will either be from 1990 to 1994.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige's already come out and say it's going to happen in 1992.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I just knew the 90s. That's always what I heard. Set in the 90s kind of thing.
But he was using like Terminator 2 as a reference, and I think he was using like the Terminator 2 time period, and which Terminator 2 was done in 1991, I believe, or 1992, something like that, whatever. And I believe that's what he kind of has said. Don't quote me on it, but anyway, you got 4 years to figure it out, like where it's going to be at. Apparently, if the sleuth that I saw was right, that Blockbuster only removed video after 1994. So I don't know. I just thought it looked boring. I really thought it looked boring. I mean, the Skrulls are kind of a cool thing, and they could really open up the Avenger universe. And I see a lot of people pointing out the fact that she punched an old lady, and that's actually, really honestly, that is something really weird to put in a trailer for common folk. Like, I don't really know the Marvel universe that well. Like the comic universe, but I know the Skrulls and I know the Kree, and I know Skrulls are shapeshifters. So obviously, I'm pretty sure, obviously, this old lady is a Skrull. I hope. Either that or she's just decking old ladies for the shits and giggles of it. Pretty sure the old lady's a Skrull and they're shapeshifters, which could lead up to something really cool.
Absolutely.
Those are the ones that everybody's comparing to the green guys on the beach in those exclusive pictures. They look like the Piccolo character from the Dragon Ball movie and shit like that, and I don't know, everybody was comparing them to all this other shit, so that their costumes look terrible and shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm more interested in the villains or the other characters, the side characters, the Kree and the Skrulls, more than I am her. Like, I could really give two shits about her story. I'm more interested how the Skrulls are gonna reshape. I think they're possibly gonna reshape the MCU.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm intrigued, how this kind of all falls in line, especially with the addition or it was either the after credit scene. I believe it was the after credit scene of Infinity War with Nick Fury, and and so Captain Marvel is obviously going to play a big part. I'm curious how they kind of tie all that together. What part she does play. It was pretty mundane. I know it's a teaser. I'm kind of waiting for more, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I wasn't completely blown away, which a lot of people from the reactions that I saw on Twitter and such and Instagram were like, oh, this looks fantastic. I'm like, oh, okay, it just looks pretty much like a Marvel movie. There's some some car chases. I don't recall a whole lot of jokes. Maybe that's a positive. We'll kind of see. Obviously, a younger Agent Coulson, a younger Nick Fury. We got some Easter eggs with like the Captain Marvel helmet, was kind of cool. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I wasn't completely blown away.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't care too much about her character. I mean, I actually saw a mixed crowd. I mean, I did see a lot of people saying, yeah, I really liked it, love it, this looks awesome. But I was seeing a lot of other people being like, it's not what they expected. They were hoping for a little bit more, but it is a teaser, so I think people maybe are pushing a little bit. Also, one thing I just want to bring up, I see a lot of people doing this, but people are comparing it to Wonder Woman. Like, somebody had these side-by-sides of, like, her hair flowing in the wind, walking slow, Gal Gadot, and then the Brie Larson, same thing. The powers, when they had the electrical, from the first trailer, the little electrical shit that was going on with Wonder Woman, and then Brie Larson powering up her stuff. And people are like, oh, they're just stealing Wonder Woman's ideas. And, I don't like that really on either way. Like, people were giving Aquaman a bunch of shit that they're stealing from Black Panther. And because it's obviously the same kind of setup, you're going to a hidden city, a hidden country really that no one can get to. So they kind of do the same panning shots as the ship flies in, just like in Wakanda to Atlantis. And they're comparing the stories and stuff. And it's comics. A lot of people have the same ideas. And then also these studios are not original. That's the thing. Either one, WB or Marvel. They're not original. And these trailer companies are all the same. They're all going to be doing the same trailers. They don't hold loyalty to like one company. Mm-hmm. So they're all going to do the same panning shots. They're going to try to have these in there. They're trailer shots.
That's the fucking point.
And that's the point. That's the point. These are trailer shots. And they need to have them in there to try to draw some intrigue. And it's the VFX companies. They're all third-party vendors. They're going to have similar looks to them because, again, these people, it's not like there's in-house Disney VFX and in-house WB stuff. They all distribute this stuff to third-party vendors, trailers, and everything. So that's why these look similar, because it's probably the same people doing the trailers. And I don't know why people are so bent on trying to say, oh, they're stealing from this or this or this. It's dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
I just want to throw that out there. One last thing. We're a little behind on this one, but Venom now, the tickets have gone on sale, and Sony has just fucking ruined it already with a PG-13 rating.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
I looked back and I was trying to see if it was ever officially said by Sony whether or not they were going to make a rated R Venom. And I was looking back and it was pretty much journalists, quote unquote, saying that, oh, this is their plan to make a rated R kind of low end, just Venom movie with no Spider-Man. And they kept bringing up the rated R thing. And it was nothing ever officially from Sony that they were making a rated R Venom. So that kind of bummed me out that they went the PG-13 route. Everybody's saying it's because they want to have Spider-Man eventually in the universe. If you're going to have an origin without Spider-Man for Venom, why try to bring Venom or Spider-Man into it later? It just feels like you just totally neutered the movie. If the movie was originally supposed to be rated R and they have now cut it down to fit a PG-13 rating, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to be very, very disappointed in Sony that they had this gem that people were intrigued to see, but now we're not going to get, like, all these moments when Venom supposedly eats people. It's probably going to be what you see in the trailer.
Yep, exactly.
Cut to black.
Yep, it'll be cutaways. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It sucks. It's sad. It's sad that Sony went this route. If they were going to do rated R, again, those were journalists and, scoopers, as it will be, saying that it was going to be rated R, not Sony themselves. So it's just disappointing. I thought they were going to try to cut their own niche like Fox with the rated R movies. Yeah. And they were going to have their Venom and whatever else they came up with. It makes me feel like they can't do Carnage. If they try to do Carnage PG-13, you can't. That, or it's just not going to be Carnage. It's like Deadpool. Deadpool, I mean, there's people out there that say you could do Deadpool PG-13, but at this point, you can't, because he's had 2 rated R movies, and it just would not feel right at all. Mm-hmm. I guess if you start off your universe PG-13, you can go, but I'm worried it's just going to be another comic book movie. They didn't try to do anything unique with it. They just decided to go the safe route. Yeah, and they're just trying to appeal to everybody.
I don't think you can, unless it's very minor. I don't think you can make the jump from PG-13 to R. You can play in the wheelhouse of PG to PG-13, and you know, depending on the type of movie, if it's a different Marvel film or something like that. But from PG-13 to R, and what we're thinking in our minds, that's a pretty drastic jump. So rather, if you established it now, oh, PG-13, look, you can take somewhat younger kids, and then you jump to an R, I think people are going to be infuriated with that. So I don't know. It's disappointing. Like you said, neutered Venom. It's probably going to be a bunch of cutaways. I hope the story is solid enough and can hold up and make it intriguing of establishing kind of their own thing. But yeah, the niche that we thought they were going to carve out, it probably just might be another superhero movie with a dark tone, I guess.
Venom was my number one anticipated movie this year. If you go back to our list, it was my number one because I thought it was going to be R. Hearing this, I'm just like, wow. I don't know. If that was Sony's original idea, then they really just screwed themselves. If they really want to put Spider-Man in that universe, does that mean now Venom can be part of the MCU? Is that what they're trying to aim for? Or is eventually eject him somewhere in there? I don't know. The MCU is getting crowded.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see after Avengers 4 what happens. But we'll see what happens with Venom. I hope it's still going to be good. Going to get my tickets real soon. And hopefully it turns out well. I heard it's going to be like a PG-13 that's really riding that R-rated line. And hopefully Sony doesn't do the fucking bullshit thing and come out with a rated R Blu-ray like certain people have done.
They will.
And they have like one fuck in it and maybe someone flipping off a drone. Ooh.
A little bit of blood.
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.